So today I'm going to be talking about PlayStation Now on the PS5. How does it work? How can you use it? What games are on here? How much does it cost? Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get into it. On the PS5 right now, we do have a PlayStation Now icon here. If we click on it, it takes us down below where we can see the subscriptions. You got three pricings for 3 different periods of time. 1 month is $10, 3 months is $25, 1 year is $60. Now this is all subject to change, because like I had covered before on the channel, Project Spartacus is a thing, and it's supposed to be a merge between PlayStation Plus and PS Now, but I don't really have any further details on that. It's kind of important to note that whatever you end up paying, whichever one you end up buying, that is an additional cost to your already existing PlayStation Plus subscription. Those are your subscription options. You do also have a 7-day trial if you've never had this before, so you can go ahead and test it out for a week. On the homepage, you have the latest. You can go to the extensive library and the new games. I do like how they have collections on here. This shows you how far back the games go. You can go all the way up to PS2 games. And the important thing here is that PS2 games and there's actually not that many, and the PS3 games are all games that you cannot download directly to your PS5 console. You're going to see here when I press on it, it says stream. So the PS3 games you can only stream. I think the only ones you can actually download are PS4 titles. You see all of these say PS4 on it, and then it says downloadable has its own category here that you can download directly to your PS5 storage. So if you have good internet connection, or if you are thinking about playing PS3 games or PS2 games, just know that they will rely on internet connection, and your inputs and stuff might be delayed or off. Depending on how good your internet is will determine how well the game runs, how it looks, and how good your inputs are. So let's do a test here. Let's go to PS3, and I see Batman on there. So Batman Arkham City, if I wanted to play this, you're going to go ahead and press stream, and this is all real time. It shows you your controls here. It's preparing the game. This is similar to cloud gaming on the Xbox or other cloud gaming services that you might have tried in the past. So you'll see here that it kind of emulates the PS3, so it's as if I was playing on PS3. Installing required game data. Please do not turn off the PlayStation 3 computer entertainment system. So it's as if I was playing the game on PS3. Alright, so graphics are a little bit choppy here. There's more going on the screen, but I mean not terrible for this being a PS3 game being streamed on the PS5. There's no download. Literally, we booted up the game, we streamed it, and now we're playing it. Controls are they're not terrible. Like, they're pretty spot on. But the game is a little bit fuzzy. And that is probably from both it being an old game on PS3 and it also being streamed. I can see the pixels and stuff. Like if I was streaming a low quality video, backed out of it, you can go right back into it and you're still streaming it. I'm assuming once you turn it off, obviously you're going to have to re-stream the game. But yeah, that's kind of how this works. You can stream your PS3 games, PS2 games on there. I don't want to stay too long on the streaming aspect of this, because one of the important questions that people have with this service, because a lot of people know that you can stream games on here, is can you download games from PlayStation Now? And there's literally a downloadable category here, and I think every PS4 game can pretty much be downloaded. Let me go on here. Yeah, so you get the option for both download and stream. If you download, you're obviously going to take up space on your console. So if you prefer to stream it and you don't want to take up space, then just go ahead and stream it. But if you want a more solid experience, no input lag, and you know your internet's not the best, and you're probably going to want to download the game instead rather than streaming it. Let's say I wanted to download the Borderlands Handsome Collection. We can go ahead and download that here. It's going to load, and now game closing in 30 seconds due to inactivity. It's closing my Batman game that I left open, and it's adding Borderlands to my downloads, and it'll just show up here as it would when you normally download stuff. I don't know why this says 99 plus hours. Obviously, it's not going to take that long. There we go, 35 minutes, it's going down. But it'll show up in your regular downloads there, and when it's done, you can boot it up as a PS4 game on your console. If you run out of your subscription, then it's not going to let you open the game, but that's kind of how you go about downloading games on here. Like I said before, there's no PS5 titles on here, and there's none that like emphasize kind of like how the Xbox Series X and S do. It shows like, oh, this game is enhanced for Xbox Series X and S. there's games like that on Game Pass. Here on PlayStation, we just have PS4 games and PS3 games and PS2 games. But the PS4 games is as far as it's going to go as far as performance and quality. You're not going to have any enhanced experience for it being on the PS5. So that's what's kind of different about this. I will say the selection of games on PS Now has gotten better over time, but it's still not up to par with something like Game Pass, which gives you literally games that are new exactly when they come out. Like Back 4 Blood was a new game on Xbox Game Pass that came out when Back 4 Blood came out. There's not going to be anything like that here on PS Now, but they do have some newer titles that are not like extremely outdated, like God of War. Bloodborne's pretty old, but a significant title as well. The Last of Us is on here. They have the more important games that you probably want to get a hold of if you're a PlayStation owner or a fan. Or if you just want to have some nostalgia and go back to a PS4 game that you really liked, then it's probably on here. Yeah, the games will leave the catalog after a while, because I'm pretty sure The Last of Us 2 is on here for some time, and now it's not on here. But yeah, just something to be mindful about. This service can be a whole lot better, and I'm hoping that it gets better with Spartacus and whatever they're doing. As it stands, it's an okay service, and it's not entirely necessary. And I wish it was cheaper as well, especially if you have PS Plus. But I mean, it is what it is. This is how it is, how it stands, how it works on PS5. And I just wanted to show that since I haven't really talked about it. And I also want to show the latest games that have been added, which are not terrible games actually. Mortal Kombat 11 was added for January 2022. Final Fantasy 12 and Unturned, along with whatever these are as well. See all. Yeah, there's just the selection of games is okay. A lot of old games on here. There are very good games on here, but I don't know if it's going to be worth it for some of you to pay the $10 subscription, play the game, and then just move on with your life. Or if you can find the game for cheaper somewhere else. But that is PlayStation Now on PS5. You can stream, you can download, check it out for yourself. You have a 7-day free trial if you've never tried it. And it's $10 a month if you would want to try it that way. But I'm hoping for a better change and to see where this goes with Spartacus and how it is incorporated with PS Plus and how it can compete eventually with Game Pass. Because right now, as it stands, it's, like I said, an okay service. But that's it for this video. I'll see you guys on the next one.